This is Don Hoder.
And Tejas Gosai.
And we're here at the Hart Energy Doug East Conference at the David Lawrence Convention Center here in downtown Pittsburgh overlooking the river. And I guess the question is, let's start out by just letting our viewers know, what is Doug East?
So Doug East is developing unconventional gases. The idea is get a bunch of people together for the Marcellus and Utica Shale, all the businesses, companies, and hopefully progress or keep progressing everything that's happening. It's been awesome.
It has been. And you know, you'll see interviews here, and since we've already done a few of them, I can say to the viewers here that it's really interesting to see companies that are 1, 2, 3 years old that have actually migrated into this industry, and they're doing extremely well, because you usually think, well, you tell them you think the good old boys are taking control of this.
Right. Well, the other thing is, and you go to so many different conferences and we attend a lot of different things, but you see the same people year after year, and it's interesting to see how much they've grown, or what they're doing next, or where their new office is opening up. And then you have the new guys that need to be able to work with those folks. So it's a good union. It's tough to network. It's tough to do all these things. It's a lot of work, but it pays off.
Yeah, it does. And this conference, over the one that we had, we were partnered with Hart Energy, fortunately, last year, is almost double in size. I'm going to say it's 40% bigger, larger displays.
Yeah, the displays are nuts. Like Chesapeake has an upstairs area over there.
Yeah, they have a two-story display.
Yeah, and a Camaro with compressed natural gas.
Maybe we'll show that a little later on. It's a beautiful high-performance Camaro that runs on compressed natural gas.
But a lot of the folks that are displaying here, when you do get to talk to them, they're excited to tell you what they're doing. It's not like one of those things where, we don't want to talk about what's happening next. No.
Yeah. Well, there's the announcement. It's time for the next seminar. So we'll stay tuned. Watch what we have to show you.
Thank you.
This is Don Hoder, and we're here at the Doug East Conference, and just randomly talking to different people from different companies to see what they're doing here and what their product is all about. I have with me Ryan Regert. Is that how you pronounce it?
Ryan Regert, yep.
There you go.
Yep.
And Ryan is from Montoursville, Pennsylvania. Of course, we're here in Pittsburgh. How far away is that?
It's about a 4-hour drive.
4-hour drive? And your headquarters, which is called Alberts Spray Solutions, is in Montoursville, PA.
That's it. Yep.
Well, maybe you could tell me a little about your product. From what I understand, it's a coating that you use for... Go ahead, tell me what it does.
What it is, it's just a spray solution that we creates a seamless liner. What it is mainly used is what we focus on is secondary containment, which is becoming a huge...
So you put this on the ground?
We do. What we'll do is we lay out a liner and we spray this with our material, which creates a seamless liner to create any environmental problems, issues.
Well, we decided to use this as our prop.
Sure.
So is this a birdhouse? Maybe you could tell us something about this thing?
It kind of looks like it, but what it is, it's just kind of a sample piece is what it is we're trying to come up with, to where when they come to pump these tanks out on these gas sites here, they won't have to crawl in and out. More of a safety aspect, and yet it would help create any spillage from the hoses that would.
Let me set this down. I'm going to knock this down.
Sure. Go ahead.
There we go.
So what the fellows that would come in to do the pump with the pump trucks, they would actually create a ground. They can hook into here without having to crawl in and out of the containment. So it creates a containment for the hoses and also helps with safety.
Rather than them just laying in the mud.
Sure.
So it kind of keeps them propped up.
Yep. Yep.
Good.
So,
how long you been in business?
Now on this side of the business, we've been in for 2 years now with the gas industry. Yes.
And how's you're competing with obviously companies out of Texas that have been in business 20 years, 2 generations.
Yeah.
How do you compete with them? You just started up. Is it working?
It is. We're kind of a different type of containment systems where it's usually the traditional plastic liner where they just lay it out.
So you're leading the technology.
And I think we do have some competition out there, but I think it is. It's a fast industry, and I think what we have is a good product, and I think people are starting to see that it's
good. Good. Well, how would people who are looking for containment equipment? I understand too. You can use it for a lot of other applications, can't you?
Yeah, it's very versatile. I mean, it's corrosion control. It can be applied to concrete, pretty much whatever
Doors.
it is, as long as it's prepped
Here's
right.
good.
Yep.
Okay. And how would obviously we would your website is albertsspraysolutions.com.
Yeah. Yep. If you define any interest, if you even Google it or whatnot, it pulls up to our website.
Sure.
And it shows all our applications.
And
and we very versatile. We actually do an insulation foam as well as the polyrealiners, and
you have a complete solution.
Yeah. So it's we're trying to broaden of what we do and make us more
good.
worthwhile to call.
How's the show working for you?
It's good. It's good. It's there's a lot of contacts here. It seems like there's a variety of things that we can get into, and helps us broaden our horizons to what we can go with too as well. So
well, good. And the phone number, in case you want to meet or talk to Ryan about the product, is 570-368-6653. And thank you very much. And
appreciate it.
Enjoy the show.
Absolutely.
The rest of it.
Do the same. Thank you.
Bye.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Tejas Gosai. We're here at the Dougie's Conference in downtown Pittsburgh, and we're with Eric Benson right now, who is the president, partner, the man behind Facteon Inc., a great company that is factoring, right?
Yes, we do funding of accounts receivable, sometimes called factoring.
Right.
It's a very specialized form of funding, which we base our funding on the receivables a company has to another company.
So you are helping folks with cash flow, some of the smaller businesses or startup businesses, and then a lot of the larger businesses also.
Exactly. Most of our clients are small to medium-sized guys who are building larger companies, where their work's completed. They're growing really fast. They have to put their money back in their company right away to keep growing. So we fund that receivable, put the money back in their company right away, and then we wait to get paid from their client, usually a larger company.
And there's a trickle-down effect, though, because you're actually helping the business develop. They can use that money to hire somebody or get some more brick and mortars.
Exactly. As most small businesses that are growing fast, though, cash flow is king.
Right.
Cash flow is everything to growing your business and expanding when the iron's hot. The reason that we're here at the Marcellus Shale is that there's a lot of small guys building large gas and oil companies, and now's the time to strike.
Right.
So they need to keep their cash flow going now and immediate.
So how does a company qualify, or how does an individual? What's your typical client? How do you get into the mix?
Well, we're not unlike traditional funding. We don't have a lot of the stipulations of a loan. If you have receivables and your work's completed and you're billing a creditworthy company, you pretty much qualify.
Okay.
We base the creditworthiness of the whole deal on who you're billing. So if you're billing Chesapeake Energy, or if you're billing...
You're going to be okay if you're billing
exactly.
Chesapeake.
Your line of credit's as big as your customers.
Okay. And you are in the South Point Marcellus Shale Chamber magazine. You work with Don Hoder, the man, the myth, and and you come up from Georgia to make sure that you're a part of this stuff, right?
Yeah, this is our second show here at the Doug East. It's a huge industry for us. We have several clients in the Marcellus Shale, and we work closely with the South Point Chamber of Commerce in marketing, referral sources, and so on. They're right in the heart of the Marcellus Shale, so it's a good fit for us.
Excellent. And I just thought of a really good question. So how long do you have to wait to get paid when you use your company, or is it instantaneous, or how does it work?
Well, if you're an existing client, it can be as fast as the same day.
Okay.
Like if we underwrite every invoice, but we don't aggressively underwrite the invoice. The last thing we want to do is interfere with our client's operation with their client. So if we have a system set up, and we're using timesheets, we're using signed oil field slips, whatever.
Right.
You submit that with your invoice, you get funded. The first transaction, we have to establish how we're going to underwrite the invoice.
Okay.
And again, that's usually we usually use an existing formula that you have in place already. So like if you're using timesheets to get the work approved, and we can document that, usually we can fund the invoice in 24 hours or less. First transaction takes about 3 to 4 days.
So what is the first step? Do you go to southpoint.net and then you get over to Facteon, or how do we see it?
Either way, you can call South Point Chamber of Commerce, talk to Don Hoder, and he'll He'll give you information. He'll refer you out to us. He's a sales arm for us. You can call us directly.
Okay.
Either way.
And what's your website?
It's Facteon.com.
Excellent.
And we are starting a website called SouthPointFunding.com.
Excellent.
Which will be up shortly. It's gives more local information on it.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate your time, and we hope you keep rocking and rolling, and make sure you visit soon.
Oh, we will. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Eric Benson, Facteon, and I'm Tejas Gosai, South Point Marcellus Shale Chamber of Commerce. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks.
This is Don, and once again we're here at the Doug East Conference at the David Lawrence Convention Center here in Pittsburgh, and we're just randomly stopping a few folks that are here in the show that are local primarily. And today I have with me Rig Mat Supply, Don Hart. Good first name, Don. Don Hart, and he's sales engineer for Rig Mat Supply. What's Rig Mat do?
We supply rig mats, which are recycled rubber mats that you lay down on a well site or around the pad, or as temporary roadway material.
Just like lay them in the mud?
Lay them in the mud, or you can lay them on improved like gravel material, depending on what size mat. We come from about 5 inches thick to about 2 or 3 inches thick for an improved area.
So you can run an 18-wheeler over one?
You could, and actually we have a video at our booth that shows them running bulldozers and the like over top of them.
I'll be darned. Huh. And how long have you been in the rig mat business?
Actually, just for a year or so. We're actually selling rig mats that are actually manufactured, but have been in the industry for several years.
Did you sell before that floor mats for cars?
Oh no, actually, one of our other products is seamless liners that you can spray down as secondary containment. Around the tanks and around the water tanks and around the chemical tanks.
So how long have you actually been supplying the gas oil industry, specifically Marcellus Utica Shale sites?
For about 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And wouldn't that be something, I keep asking the same question, it's the second time I asked it, wouldn't that be something that the guys from Texas would bring up here? How can you compete with the boys that have been in this business for years and years and years, generations?
Some of the products are a little bit novel.
Unique.
They're unique for the industry. And also, we also have a lot more water here, so there's a need for
more need for it. Something they didn't anticipate in Texas.
Yeah. Well, also there's a little bit more stringent environmental regulations, I think, in this area, and also. People are a little bit more environmentally aware. There's a lot of rain, you get a little runoff. Some of these products are involved in sort of minimizing those problems.
So how's business been? I mean, 3 years ago you decided to launch into a business that you were never in.
Good. Actually, in a terrible economy, it's been very good.
So it's working out for you as a new product, a new opportunity. And how many do you employ?
We have 9 people at our location in Cuddy.
Great. Mm-hmm. And the company, if somebody wants to contact you, obviously you're out of Cuddy, PA. Cuddy, PA, where is that? What's that near?
That's very near Bridgeville, about 2 miles from Bridgeville, exit of I-79.
You can practically walk here.
I can, yeah, exactly, very close.
Millers Run Road.
Right.
And your website is somewhere on this card.
Oh, we're just putting up the website now, actually.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
So that's to be announced. But they can reach you at 412-257-3300, and you ask for Don Hart. And hey, it's a good story about a new company, and one of many companies that just started up here in the area that's related to the gas oil industry. So it's not just the guys from out of town, huh?
Well, there's a lot of guys from out of town. There's a lot to learn from them, and I think we're learning that now and being integrated into the industry.
Well, thank you, Don, and this is Don, and that's another success story about local guys.
Thank you.
This is Don Hoder, and we're here at the Doug East Conference at the David Lawrence Convention Center, and we're just stopping people who are local businessmen who are part of the gas oil industry and just ask them how it's working out for them. I have with me Gabe Kissel. Is that how you pronounce it?
That's right.
Gabe. And Gabe is part of, actually, your business development manager of 5 Star Frac Support Services.
Yes, sir. So we basically move water during the entire frac process, whether we purify it, we just move it and clean it, transport it, do it all from start to finish, moving water.
Creekside, where's Creekside?
Near Indiana, PA.
Near Indiana. Well, that's not too far from here.
Not at all. So we're expanding into Ohio, and things are...
How long have you been doing this particular service for the gas oil industry?
About 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
And what did you do before that? Fill swimming pools?
I wish. Well, before that, the company was WGM Gas and Oil. And a couple owners got together and started another company, Five Star Frac Support Services.
Where are they based out of here all the while?
Yeah, WGM Gas and Oil has been in the business, natural gas business, since 1989.
Really?
Doing everything from pipelining to well site development to trucking to containment on well pads. And then the company of Five Star Frac was started to handle the water transfer needs of producers like Williams, EOG, ECA, and we're expanding. Good. Certain aspects of the business are thriving, other aspects are shifting a little more west, southwest.
Now, has it dropped off any in the last 2 years, or is it still climbing?
It's still climbing.
Still climbing.
Still climbing.
So all the rumors that, gee, this is over.
It's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning. Well, great. Gabe, I want to thank you for that up-to-minute report about what's happening in your company. Five Star Frac Support Services out of Creekside, and your website is?
FiveStarFrac.com.
And the number 5.
That's correct.
FiveStarFrac.com. Thank you very much, Gabe.
Thank you. Good day.
Thank you. This is Don. Once again, we're here at the Doug East Conference with another local business that we're going to conduct an interview with here. And we have Beth Bershock. Beth Bershock.
That's
from
it.
Herbine and Company. Is it Herbine Plus Company?
Well, no, we actually say and, but we like to do the little tricky plus sign thing.
And you're a certified public accountant.
Yeah, well, yes. The firm is a CPA firm.
Okay. And how is that relating? You're obviously here at the Doug East Conference, so there must be some connection there. What are you working with gas oil industry?
Well, here's the story. We actually have some clients that we've had for years, for decades actually, that grew, that had experienced incredible growth thanks to the energy sector. And so the types of services that we provide for them, business advisory services, tax services, multi-state tax services, are what we can offer growing businesses in the energy sector, and that's why we're here.
Probably what separates you from other CPA firms is you know the lingo, you know a little more about specifically
That's right. And we actually have a tax manager or a tax partner who did work 30 years ago in the oil and gas industry in Oklahoma and Texas. So we have some of that experience as well, lease agreements. And
now, do you get the landowner that walks in your office and says, gee, I have a check for $800,000 and I don't know what to do with it?
We do that too.
You do that too. So what's he do with his $800? After he buys a Cadillac and a nice, beautiful new pickup truck.
And puts a pool in the backyard.
Oh, is that the priority? Then after that, he's like, now what am I going to do with the other $700?
So we help him figure that out.
Help him figure that out.
We do more businesses than individual landowners, but we do handle that.
You can handle it. Well, he suddenly became a business.
By himself, that's right.
Suddenly he's a businessman. He's like, gee, milking cows today and entrepreneur the next day. It's amazing. So if people want to reach you, you're here in, obviously, Pittsburgh, Federal Street. You almost walked over to here, didn't you?
We are literally across from PNC Park.
And is this particular aspect of the business been a growth for you in terms of gas oil clients?
Right. We don't do direct work for the producers.
Oh, I see.
But in terms of growing businesses, yes.
Yeah, businesses are growing as a byproduct of the direct producers.
That's right.
Subcontractors and so forth. Well, that's a great story that is just showing another aspect of local businesses that are really taking advantage of this gas oil opportunity and growing their businesses. And if people wanted to reach you, they would go to herbine.com. Boy, that
Herbein.com.
You must have got that when Al Gore invented the internet. You can sell
those
that
many,
name.
many years ago.
Yeah, it would have to be. Well, good, Beth. This is Beth Bershock, and you're the Regional Marketing Director for Herbine, a certified public accounting company. Thank you.